What's going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we are going to be learning. We're going to be learning about, I guess, the newest or one of the newest items that's going to be added to Counter-Strike headed into CS2. And these are the pattern-based Hydra Gloves case hardened. Now, obviously, we've talked about these on the channel before. I've talked about how you need to be careful with them, how we don't even know if they're officially going to be in CS2 yet or anything like that. But now, this is like weeks, if not a month plus later at this point, they still remain in CS2, and it is looking more and more likely that they will be a real thing headed into CS2. Now, again, it's still not 100% confirmed, and there still is some risk involved, but as of late, we've only had a couple of new items. You know, we have all the Paris items, which are going to be new and cool and exciting headed into CS2, and while the Hydra Gloves case hardened are a completely new item, them being pattern-based really is a whole new item class heading into CS2, you know, when we don't really know what other brand new items we're going to be having yet. So in this video today, I wanted to read over this guide that was posted by CS Money from Crikey CSGO, a full Hydra Gloves case hardened guide. So I can learn all about them. Obviously, if it's a new item class that's looking more and more like it's going to be in CS2, I want to become an expert. I want to learn about it. But also, hopefully, you know, you guys can learn some stuff too, but also I can knock out multiple things at once. I can learn for myself and read this guide and make a video, make some content at the same time. Of course, as always, I want to mention real quick that I am cash trading now, just recently. You know, I've been getting my first couple cash trades done. If you guys are interested in that, hit me up on Twitter, YouTube, Discord, wherever. My Twitter is at @I_am_germ. You know, I'm buying stuff for around 90% buff, a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on what the items are. But if you have some CS items you're trying to turn into cold hard cash quickly, safely, efficiently, easily, hit me up. We can get something done. But with that being said, let's get right into this. So CS Money tweeted out this. Gaben has finally heard our prayers, and we now have blue gem versions of Hydra Gloves case hardened. Thanks to Crikey CSGO for the guide. Link in the replies. And yeah, here we go. It's actually a pretty cool guide. I've kind of read over it, skimmed through it and stuff, but it starts out by saying this, and you guys should check this out too. You know, here's a tweet from CS Money. You guys can go to their Twitter, pull it up, search it up, whatever. The guide is on Steam, but it's used as a template, and what they did was, first of all, blue gem fundamentals. Obviously, we've seen blue gems and other things like knife skins and AK skins and all this stuff. But when it comes to blue gems, there are three main factors that determine its value: the percentage of actual blue visible on the item, the positioning of the set blue, and the actual wear of the item, of course, as always. Prominent sky blue is always king. When your glove pattern has a very high percentage of blue but filled with gold and purple, it's usually a lot less desirable than a pattern with less overall mixed colors. So there's a Google sheet depicting all 1,000 known Hydra case hardened patterns, and here that is. This is actually pretty interesting. They have it, you know, every single random case hardened Hydra Gloves pattern they have on here. Pretty cool. They have them separated into tier 1, tier 2 blue gem, tier 3 blue gem, blaze gem, tier 4 gold and silver gems, all over the place. All 1,000 patterns, which really, really crazy, but cool and interesting. You know, you guys can kind of look at this real quick. Again, there's so many different patterns. This stuff is hard to keep track of, which is obviously why it's good to know the specific patterns you're looking for, become an expert on a few specific patterns, maybe learn some more over time, you know, maybe each day, maybe each week, learn a couple more, figure them out, become an expert of those couple patterns on the market. Maybe you can buy and sell and find discrepancies and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it is a lot of opinion-based too, because who's to say that, you know, even though two of these are blue gems, like 829 and 505, even though they're both tier 1 blue gems, who's to say which one is better? Obviously, the market's overall going to decide, but on an individual basis, some people might think one over the other, and obviously, even there's going to be some debate between what's a tier 1 and a tier 2 and all this different stuff, but what to look for in your gloves. Here you can see the green areas right here, here. These are the visible in-game. Obviously, when you're just like in-game doing stuff, you know, you got your hands out, then obviously when you inspect, you're going to be able to see a little bit more. That's going to be those blue areas. So, you know, you have different things that are going to be visible on inspect, different things that are just going to be visible in game, and obviously those are all going to be important. You have different things that are going to be, you know, visible when you're holding different guns, like a pistol or an AK or whatever. And yeah, here we go. So here are some of the tier 1 blue gems. These prices are not totally up to date. These prices are, you know, some of the last solds in like July and stuff, and it's now August. But just understand that one of the reasons why I want to learn about these is these are a new item class, and the other reason why I want to learn about these is there's a lot of money in these. Obviously, in all case hardened items, blue gems sell for a ton of money, and even non-blue gems, even, you know, specific rare patterns or some with more blue than other or whatever. You want to know what you have, and you want to know how much you're selling for. But even as far back as July, Some of these were selling for $5,000. Here we have these Phase 1 310s, which are right here on your screen right now. The main thing I don't like about these 310s is you can see here on the left knuckle, they have a lot of gold. There's not very much gold there, but on the right side, very, very blue. Left side, very blue. On the kind of palm side, you have a ton of blue. These are very, very, very blue. I just don't love the top left there, but still, this phase sold for $5,000 in July, which is just insane because not that long ago, again, when there was no patterns on any of these skins, these were not that expensive, and all of a sudden, it just took a couple random updates in CS2, and you get these things. But yeah, this is an example of a blue gem. This is one of the best patterns, one of the most expensive. Some people also think this is one of the best patterns. This pattern sold for what is this, $4,500 on July 15th. This pattern right here, again, a little bit more up on the blue knuckles here, but a little bit less blue on the right knuckles, a little bit less blue on the palms. I don't know, this one to me seems like worse overall, but it kind of looks better on the back of the hands. Who knows, but still $4,500 there. You can see you have some other different patterns where just they have random different amounts of blue. There's not really one pattern that I've seen that's just like really, really, really blue. Even this pattern here, this is pattern 71. It's got a lot of blue on the front, you know, a lot of blue on this right hand, a lot of blue on this left hand, but on the palms, it's like almost entirely gold on the bottom. So there isn't like one surefire absolute banger #1 pattern, but 941, I think this pattern looks pretty good too. This pattern looks really good. This is 632, has a lot of blue on the front. Yes, it's got some yellow and purple and stuff mixed in, but the palms are not very blue at all. So it just kind of depends what you're looking for. And since there's no clear #1, I think it's really, really important to be an expert on some of these, because you're going to be able to find ones that are underrated. You're going to be able to find ones that are underpriced and undervalued, and people aren't, maybe that's the other thing is a lot of people don't even have CS2 access. And again, these skins in CSGO right now do not look like this. This is CS2. So a lot of people who are just in CSGO don't even know what they have right now and don't have access to CS2, so they can't even see what these things look like. Some people don't know that blue gems and this stuff exist. So by learning about it, you can really become an expert. But you know, here are some of the different tier 1 blue gem patterns. Again, some of the most expensive ones that people are looking out for are patterns 310 and 829. But like I said, I think 71 looks good. I think 941 looks good. There are all different kinds of ones. Then there's tier 2 blue gems, you know, ones with a little bit less blue, but still a lot of blue going on. Maybe they have some more purple and yellow and stuff, but you know, just kind of keep an eye out there. Just again, you're looking for the maximum amount of blue possible, all that stuff. Then we have tier 3 blue gems, which again are going to be, you know, obviously a little bit less blue, still a lot of blue. There's definitely tons of patterns with all kinds of blue and stuff like that. You know, you can see like this, for example, has a lot more yellow under here, a lot more yellow on the palm side, a lot more gold, you know, not very much blue, but still some blue going on. I don't know, these sell for, or again, this is a month ago, but these were selling for $350, somewhere in that range. You have tier 4, which are just like all different kinds of random patterns, some of the other patterns. Blaze gems, which I didn't even ever know that that was a thing, but apparently blaze gems are case hardened items with almost a full coverage of blue, gold, and purple. So it's just like if they have all the colors all over, those are blaze gems. And there's some of these too, and some blaze gems have sold for like $250, $300. You know, even as late as August, some of these have sold for those prices. So be looking out for those as well. You know, there's really, this guide is so in depth, but it's not just this guide is in depth, it's just case hardened items and CSGO items in general are so in depth. Pattern based items are so complex and complicated. So many things, you know, will make it go for above the market price and above market. So you really need to know what's going on. And maybe this is, maybe you think case hardened Hydra gloves are very interesting and cool. Maybe you think this is also stupid and you want to stay away from it. But again, there's so much depth and potential in them here. And you also have, again, another tier they have here of gold gems. And look at this. I mean, this is so sick. 896. You can see just how gold these are. Like the backs. I mean, again, like I said, there's not really any gloves that have full blue on the back of the hands, but these are like full gold on the back. These 896 are very sick as far as gold gems go. There's some other ones with, you know, a little bit other colors and stuff going on, but very cool. But yeah, this, again, it's not 100% confirmed for CS2 just yet, but it does seem more and more likely, especially with new updates coming out and this still not being changed, that we will be having pattern-based case-hardened Hydra gloves coming to CS2. The Hydra gloves aren't exactly the best gloves in the world to show off the case-hardened pattern, since they do have so much going on in the back. It covers up a lot of where the skins could go. Some people think they're ugly. Some people think they're still mid-tier gloves that aren't that cool. But again, blue gems are blue gems. Rare patterns, interesting patterns, unique patterns are just that. they're going to be valuable. I don't know. Maybe they're overpriced right now, maybe not, but this is an opportunity for people to get in on a new item class that is still being discovered, that people are still learning about. And I think at the end of the day, there is some money to be made there. Now, I have a lot of money that I'm focusing on Paris and my Paris investment stuff right now, but once that fades away, maybe I want to start diving a little bit deeper into the Case Hardened Hydro Gloves. I don't know. But either way, reading over this guide was really, really cool and interesting, and learning about some of these patterns can only be good for all of us. You know, even if we don't ever use this knowledge in the short term, having this knowledge in your back pocket could come in handy one day. And I just think it's cool and interesting. You know, I like the fact that there's pattern-based skins in the game, and I like the fact that Case-hardened Hydro Gloves exist. It never made sense that they weren't pattern-based, but now we all have some catching up and some learning to do. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.